Hi everyone, this is Nadia, award-winning mentor, author, CLAIRSENTIENT psychic, and founder at Spartanite. And today I want to shoot a video behind the wheel as I drive to one of my favorite places in London. And I want to talk about how people lose themselves in a bid to become successful and how this metamorphosis actually happens, how we're indoctrinated from a very young age to look a certain way, be a certain way, act a certain way, think a certain way, and only then will you achieve success. Let's take a drive and find out what my spirit guide Belvia has to say as I move. So for me, success is a very interesting thing, and success comes as a byproduct of living your divine mission. Success comes from a place where you are happy in who you are and you're not busy trying to look to somebody else all the time as a model of what you should do or shouldn't do. But the problem we have in our society, and I'll try and put my windows up so you guys can hear me well, is that people come to think that if we, like I said in the beginning, don't talk a certain way, don't look a certain way, don't act a certain way, you're not a certain way, people won't take you as successful. This world does not teach people how to be themselves and how to be successful, because now it's you've got money, you need to associate with these type of people, you need to wear these type of clothes, you need to look this way, you need to act this way. You know, somebody was very surprised when I told him that I don't wake up at 5 a.m. each day, and you know, I'm not like trying to work out like by 6:30, and I don't have a schedule, and I have this, I have that. And he was very surprised. And I know schedules are very masculine, and they help a lot of us in our entrepreneurial endeavors to get to a certain place, or to make X amount of money, or to serve our clients, or whatever you want to call it. But the danger comes when you start to buy into a picture of success that is not even yours. I remember there was a client that came to me and she said, I want a certain house and I want a certain car, and you know, all the what I would call the trappings of material wealth, essentially. So I said, all right, no worries, we can help you do that. That's not really that much of an issue. But you know, in my time with her, I was trying to figure out very well of where she really got the idea of basically having this house or this car or these clothes or whatever it is. And truth be told, she was just being influenced by people she was watching on social media, and there's a lot of people that are influenced. And what happens is that people who now want to become successful, and they think success is being somebody who is obnoxious, rude, talks down to people, has a big ego, which unfortunately a lot of successful people do. I'm not going to try and sugarcoat that. There are many successful people on a material plane that I avoid because they feel like once they have made it and have the material trappings, they now have the call or the jurisdiction to start treating people a certain way. So I said to him, man, where did you get this idea that you want this car or this house or whatever it is? And she said, you know what, I have a cousin that's very successful, and you know, she never leaves the house without doing this or doing that. And I said, but what makes you feel comfortable? Personally, I have maybe one or two skirt suits, I have a couple of nice pairs of heels. I like living in my t-shirts, I like living in my jeans, I like living in nice maxi dresses, and it kind of sucks that I can't go to business events that way. But what I also, I mean, obviously you have a reputation to keep and I get that. But what I generally tend to find with most people is that, say for instance, you are very good at what you do, right? So perhaps maybe you're a musician, or you're a very talented writer, or maybe artistic, maybe not even artistic, but those are the kind of examples that I guess come up in my mind as I drive. And you look at these people who are successful, and I put that in quote marks because a lot of people now have to assume this persona of success. Oh, you can't hang out with these people, you can't do this, you can't eat here, you can't be seeing this. That's a lot of work. And you know what? I wanted to create Spartanite in a way to show people that I want to live very normal. I want to live very ordinary. I want my work to be as relatable as possible to the common person. person whilst also knowing that wealth is available for you and wealth consciousness is available for you. Lots of people feel that they need to change core parts of themselves to access money, and that is sort of true and sort of not true, and I'll try and give an example. There was this very smart Romanian guy that I worked with when I was 26, and we used to have a lot of conversations when it came to money, and you know, he wanted to build his own gym. And he said something about his uncle was a very successful a realty developer. He was in properties and back in Romania, and you know, he was very successful in Bucharest and other cities. And he said to him that money doesn't change you. He said it to him in Romanian, but he obviously told me in English. And we were sitting on our lunch break one day, and he was just talking to me, and he said, you know what, money doesn't change you, you change to acquire money. Now let me try and break this down for people who are like, who think that money is some sort of evil or something like that. Money is not evil. Money has no morals. Money is amoral. Not im. Okay? So it's amoral means it does not have morality. You choose to give it the fluidity, the form, or the shape of what you want to do with it. So what happens is that in this pursuit to now be successful, what people forget is just being normal, or you know, chilling out and just doing what normal people actually do, because well, now you have a lot of money and you now have a reputation to keep, and you can't be seen on a train somewhere, or you can't. Don't let the trappings of wealth trap you as a person. I have seen this situation in this scenario so many times with people that they have forgotten the common pleasures of life. They have forgotten just sitting in the park, or they have forgotten just taking the train, or they've forgotten just going to the local supermarket and doing a shop instead of, well, your maid is going to go do it, or you need to do this, or you need to do that, because they are now trying to live a lifestyle to impress other people. Now, I'm a fan of lifestyles to a point that feels comfortable to you and who you want to be. Most people look at a lifestyle, but always remember that if you are looking at a successful person's lifestyle, oftentimes if they have not done their esoteric, their metaphysical, their spiritual work inside, they are now a slave to that lifestyle. What I want to make very clear, and I really hope everyone can hear me as I drive because it's warm, their cars, their buses, and I didn't put the AC on, and yeah, it's warm basically, is don't become a slave to something that you've created. Whatever you've created, if you want to create something, a success, you want to create a business, you want to create something that gives you time freedom, you want to create something that gives you money freedom, don't become a slave to it to a point that you can't leave it. Now you are a workaholic and you don't know when to say no and when to take a break. You see, that's dangerous, because now that starts to impact your health. It starts to impact the time you can give a relationship or marriage. It starts to impact your friendships. It starts to impact the time you spend with your family if you're close to them. So it impacts the actual important things in your life, because your goal is to create something where you have freedom. So right now, what time is it? It's 2 o'clock here in London, and I am trying to drive somewhere, and this was the life that I wanted to create for myself. It was a life where I didn't want to be tied exchanging time for money, and that's something I also want to touch on in this video as well. Exchanging this whole time for money, where people start telling you that time is money. That's an employment concept, and that's also a self-employed concept, and that's a dead concept. I'm not saying that people's thought forms are wrong. I understand that when they are actively in those realms and they are exchanging their time for money, they're not wrong when they say that. In my world, I decided to find freedom. I'm gonna let this guy go because he's inching, and just let him go in front of me. When I decided to choose freedom for myself, and I recommend this to everybody watching it, I wanted to disconnect my time from money. So payments can come through, invoices, whatever it is, but it's not connected to my time. And if it's something that I need to give my time to, then I do it in my own time and not something where there's an immediate demand for it. Going back to you being you when you are successful. Okay, now for a lot of a lot of people watching this, I'm going to try and break it down for men and women. All right, so guys are told that they have to be bastards and assholes and dickheads, and they have to be ruthless, they have to be horrible people, just to bring in that money and to keep the money, and they have to have this big shot ego and big car and live in a big place and, you know, fuck so many women to be relevant. No, you don't. You just look stupid and you look like you're full of ego. For women, we are told you cannot be feminine and run a successful business. You have to be like a man, and this is the trouble that a lot of women face. Why do they face this trouble? Very simple, because in the business is a very masculine concept. It is a masculine concept of go, 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 don't stop. Don't stop, even if you're dying, don't stop. That is not healthy for the feminine body. The feminine body responds to horizontal alignment. What do I mean by this? So if a man needs to be able to create success in his life, he needs to be vertical, which means he needs to be on the move a lot of time. If a lady needs to be able to create success, not sex, that's a whole different story. If she needs to be able to create success in her life, then what she needs to be able to do is cultivate the space and time in order to rest, because horizontal energy for feminine energy is very important. So when people traditionally see a feminine woman and they see her successful and they see her well maintained, now they start to think, okay, well, she's obviously married to a rich guy, because there's no way in hell that a woman can be feminine and also be successful. There is something seriously wrong with this situation, right? But the answer is often no, and it took me a long time to get there. And the point of this video that I'm trying to make is this, right? That you can be you and be successful. It's not going to be an easy ride. It's not going to be something where, you know, it's going to come overnight, but it will take its time. And in the bid to finding wealth consciousness, in the bid to finding success for yourself, you have to ask yourself, what is it I truly love doing? What is it? Even if I didn't have any money, man, I'd still do it. I don't care if there's 100 million in my account, 0. What would I still love doing? And yeah, success will change some of your habits. You know, you have to eat cleaner and leaner as well. You have to work out more. You have to keep the company of people that are conducive towards you and not holding you back. This is something a lot of people don't want to face. Success will force you to look at every area of your life. This doesn't make you a bad person, but you don't have to become somebody you're not in order to be successful. There are a lot of people who think they haven't made it, quote quote made it, if they haven't got the specific car they're going for, or they can't board a private jet when they want to. That's not really where success lies. Success lies in you being you. I don't know who is watching this. I don't know if you're a man, I don't know if you're a woman, I don't know if you're a cat or dog that has their owner watching this, but shout out. You just have to find what makes you happy and capitalize on that, because you can have so many private jets, you can have the mansions, you can, like I said, I'm going to go back to what I'm saying, the trappings of material wealth. But let me tell you, if you are not happy inside and you're constantly looking to someone else's YouTube channel, you are looking, oh, this person inspires me because I just want to be like them, then my friend, you know what, you got a bigger problem than anything else. You don't have an identity. And the problem with a lot of people is that there is identity crisis in this world. They're now looking at someone else thinking, yeah, you know what, I want to be just like this person. No problem with that. You can take inspiration from somebody, but when you start to think, oh, well, I need to be this person to be successful, now you have a serious problem, because what's going to end up happening is that you become susceptible to that person. What does this mean? When people go through the Spartanite gauntlet, when they come to me and they want their problems resolved or they want to be more successful, I always encourage people to use my products, my services, or whatever we offer as a tool. First of all, it's not going to do the work for you. If you're lazy, our stuff won't work. You have to move with it. Number 2, I would never want, especially ladies, I would never want a woman to look at me and think, I just want to be Nadia. You can say, I would like to be like Nadia because maybe she has traits that I like too, but I don't want to be her, because when you start looking at somebody and you want to be them, therein comes the problem, right? This is the really nice park that's in my area, so I'm finally here. And I just want everyone to know this, that be yourself. Stop trying to be somebody else. Everyone else is taken, and most people are just faking it to impress people they don't even like. Stop it. Stop doing it. Be yourself. Be who you are. If people like you for that, that's well and good. And if they don't like you for it, that's also good too. That's not an issue at all. And when you don't fake something, there'll be so many people that will look at you and think, you know what? I want that. In their head, they might think I want to be this person, but what they're actually trying to say is they want your energy. I'm here, so like, comment, share, subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care. Have a good day.